Good morning. It is a very hot, muggy summer morning here. It's been raining a lot, but it hasn't made it cooler. So it's like a sauna. But thankfully, at least it's overcast and foggy. So at least there's that. The Queen Anne's lace is out in force, and it's quite pretty actually. I'll give you a close-up of it there. And remember how I mentioned chiggers? Well, that's the little black things that you can see in the Queen Anne's lace. They're little bitey tick-like bugs. They're itty-bitty. So you just have to be careful with Queen Anne's lace. You don't want to get the chigger bites. But it's pretty. So we will walk towards Sleepy Hollow because I've already been out for about 30 minutes. And I just didn't really know what to talk about on my morning walk because I'm just sick to death of politics and culture war. And when I'm not streaming, I do my best not to even think about it anymore. I know that might sound pathetic, but I've been carrying this torch for like 10 or 12 years now, and I'm getting sick of it. And I've done about everything I can in my local area, pressuring schools, pressuring sheriffs, pressuring everything around me with the Go Free method, with the Go Free lexicon, doing everything I can to try to talk people in my personal life that I have any connection to at all to do anything. So I'm just kind of tapped out. I'm kind of sick of it all. I have mainlined. I have drunk deeply of the culture war for a decade, maybe even a little longer. And it feels good to just put it all down, man. And since I streamed last week, what I did this weekend, I basically sat on the couch or stood and paced back and forth and talked to my little best friend husband guy about the magnum opus thing that he's working on. I've mentioned it before. He's working on a D20 role-playing book thing that I don't want to spoil what it is, but it's pretty awesome, and he has a lot written already, and we talked about that for hours, about mechanics and stuff. And we watched some stupid bad movies from the 80s. It was fun. And when I wasn't doing that, I played Fire Emblem Warriors for the Switch. Played a lot of that this weekend too. And I did my best to not even think about culture war stuff or rotten politics or anything. And it was good. It felt good. So it feels weird, this journey I've been on the last 10 or 11 years. Seeing things change, but stay the same. There's a car coming. Okay, it's gone. But it's strange reflecting on the last 10 or 11 years. A lot of things have changed, but in some ways things still stay the same. And I think that this is the point that a lot of burnouts and black-pilled people come to with the nothing ever happens stuff, is because, yeah, in a way, if you kind of sit back and think about it, nothing does happen. It's the same evil satanic pedophiles diddling kids and, you know, all that stuff, all that meme. And it's the same U.S. military war machine. It's the same ugly fiat currency. And it's the same mass migration anti-white bullshit. Like, it just sort of makes me feel like, what the fuck did I even spend the last 10 years of my life doing? Did it matter at all? Why did I even care? I don't know, man. I'd like to think that the things that we've all done mattered, but hard to think that way, especially seeing just how captured, seemingly, Donald Trump is. And of course, we speculated that could be the case from the very beginning. I've never been a, yes, let's trust the plan type. But I don't know what it will take to fix things. Collapse, a dictator, nuclear war. What would it take to fix things? I don't know. Like, it's a generational problem, but we don't have many generations left is the problem. Like, I like the approaches of the people that I support, but I wonder if it's enough. I just wonder if it's enough, because I don't see change, really. Things still seem just as screwed up and in the hands of evil, for lack of a better term, anti-white globalists. Things still seem to be in their hands. Everything still seems to march to that machine's tune. I don't know. My local area is doing pretty good. We have decent immigration here, like meaning almost none. There's like one Mexican restaurant ran by Mexicans. They're probably legal, not that that matters, and I barely ever see anybody that isn't local here, so that's good. But I mean, it's here, look at it. There just aren't a lot of people here. It's pristine. It's a gorgeous little shire. In like 10 or 15 miles in every direction. It's just people like us. And that's a beautiful thing. But the people here are boring and uninteresting. They don't want to do anything. They don't build. They don't have any community events. Everybody's just a selfish individualist still. And I've tried. God help me, I've tried talking to people, trying to set stuff up, trying to set up community barbecues or just anything fun just to get people together and talking. Nobody's interested. Everybody lives in their own little microcosm. Everybody's friendly here. We like each other, but there's just... It's like no matter what I do or where I turn, I only see decay, atrophy, and it just kind of makes me hopeless. And I think to myself, I'm old now. I'm definitely past my halfway point in life. What else do I have to look forward to? Should I just put all this stuff down and just be a selfish individualist too and just try to enjoy what little time I have left on this earth? That's kind of what I feel like. Because I've carried the torch a long time and I'm getting tired. And when I put it down, I'm actually able to kind of feel not miserable for a while. So, I don't know. It's just strange talking to friends and family that still have no idea what's going on. They don't care. They don't know and they don't want to know. They think politics is gay, which it is. They think that everybody that has power is evil, which is pretty much true. And they just don't want anything to do with it. So they just focus on fishing and farming and playing with their kids and, you know, all the stuff that we do around here. Nobody wants to talk about nothing important. Everybody just wants to talk about small town stuff, which is good, I guess, but like, what happens when they come for us? I don't know. Oh, a vehicle's coming on this road. Give me just a sec. And there it goes. So this place is really pretty in the summer. I like how thick and grown up it gets. It looks real nice. This is what I jokingly call my little Sleepy Hollow on the way to my house. It looks nice. You know, like most of the things around here, it looks nice, and it is nice. I just wonder how long this will last with no unity. And I think that's the real problem that I've noticed with everything. I've traveled across the country, worked with different groups of people, some explicitly pro-white, some not. I've met, I don't know, 1,000, 1,200 people now that are involved somehow in the culture war doing stuff. And for the most part, good people. What have we accomplished, really? I don't know. I don't feel or see any unity coming. I talked to a Zoomer yesterday. He was 21 or 22, I think. And oh my God, there's another car coming. Give me a minute. Okay, there it goes. I talked to a Zoomer yesterday. He was 21 or 22. I think 21. And I asked him what it was like making friends, talking to others, finding community groups. And he says that there's basically nothing like that that isn't online for people his age. And he's lived in 2 cities that are not that big. They're small cities, like 500,000 to 1 million people. And I asked him what the scene, so to speak, was like, and there isn't one. He says that there's no real physical scene, except if you are into anti-white stuff. Like going to non-white music artists' performances, or hanging out in nasty places, or going to like gay clubs and stuff. He says that he doesn't really know, and he never found any physical clique or place to like hang out where like people of his age and type went and did stuff. And he's not particularly religious, but he tried churches too, and he said that there was like nobody his age at any church he visited. So, see, the problem continues of we need unity, but we aren't unifying. We don't have a culture conducive to us meeting up in person and having what is necessary for unity. This is why I talk about the white well-being community and the Old Glory Club so much, is they're actually facilitating, encouraging people to make groups of physical people in real life that get together and do things. The Go Free clubs and the OGC chapters. I know the people involved in both of these clusters. They're good people. They want good things that I agree with. We just need more of it. Because I worry that so many of our younger people now are growing up with no hope at all of having any kind of unity or community. And that worries me. But we'll see. Who knows what the future has in store? I try not to worry about it too much. But it was interesting talking to him about how all of the socializing, you know, positive, neutral, negative, whatever, was almost universally all social media, internet, Discord, video game related. And almost none of it was in person. I found that very sad, very dark. But, you know, that was just one Zoomer I talked to. I'm sure there are others with other experiences. But anyway, I just wanted to share my thoughts today. Later today, I'll be speaking with previously Carnal Conservative, and now the Shade Master for the last few years, about his new game, because he had a new release come out. So we'll be talking about that, and join later today on my channel. And we'll be going over character creation and talking about the game mechanics for his game. So if that sounds like fun to you, tune in. And I love you guys. Thank you for being with me all these years. And hopefully the future will be better. God bless.